Hello and welcome to Lesson 1 of this IELTS writing course. And in this lesson, we'll be covering Task 2 essay organization. How to organize your essay to make sure that you get the highest task achievement score possible on your exam. We'll start with a basic overview of Task 2. We'll cover some basic information about Task 2 essays, some commonly asked questions, a guide to the rubric for Task 2, and we'll go through the different types of essay prompts that you might see on the exam. So here is the basic information that you need to know about Task 2. The word length is 250 words. Now that is the minimum, so I would aim for 260 up until maybe 315 or 325 if you are a very strong writer and you're looking for Band 8 or Band 9. 280 is a very good average to aim for. You should try to write this essay within 40 minutes. You will have 1 hour to write both Task 2 and Task 1. So 40 minutes for Task 2 will make sure that you have enough time to write a good Task 1 essay later. The topics that are featured in Task 2 are current social issues. All of the topics are chosen so that anyone from any country can write about it, and they are chosen based on topics that everyone has been in contact with. Okay, anything related to society or culture could come up on your Task 2 essay prompt. Let's discuss some commonly asked questions. One of the biggest questions that I am asked often is, should I start with Task 1 or Task 2? And I can say definitely start with Task 2. Task 2 is worth 200% more points than Task 1 on your exam. It is better to spend plenty of time on Task 2, even if you go more than 40 minutes, that's okay. Even if your Task 1 results are negatively affected a little bit, it's better to make sure your Task 2 is at the highest level possible. The next question, do I need to write an outline before I start? Yes, this is very, very important to getting a high score. Writing at least a basic outline allows you to separate the organization thought process from the linguistic thought process. If you try to organize while writing, you will make more grammar and vocabulary errors. So do all of your organization thinking first by writing an outline. Then, when you're actually writing, you can pay more attention to grammar and vocabulary. The next question, what should I do if I have no ideas about the topic? Well, there's no easy answer to this question. There's no easy solution. You need to prevent this problem, not prepare for it. Plan several essays a day as you are preparing for your exam, even if you do not write all of them. Research essay topics that you do not have any ideas about, or ask your instructor, me, for guidance. If you come across an essay topic that you have no ideas about, just let me know and I'll help you come up with some ideas that you can put into your essay. Now let's take a brief look at the rubric. The rubric, if you're unfamiliar with that word, the rubric is what the examiners use to give you a score. It's a kind of scoring guide to make sure that all examiners are giving consistent scores across the different test centers. Now the rubric for Task 2 has 4 sections: Task Achievement, Coherence and Cohesion, Lexical Resource, and Grammatical Range and Accuracy. We'll go through and talk about each one of those elements. Task achievement is basically about these 2 questions. Did you answer the questions that are in the prompt? And is your essay organized in such a way as to completely answer the questions in the prompt? So you need to look carefully at the prompt and highlight all of the key words. Make sure that you cover all of those aspects of the prompt in your essay. We're going to talk a lot about this particular area in this lesson, Lesson 1. Lesson 1, what you're listening to right now, is really all about task achievement. We're going to talk about organizing your essay so that you get a very high task achievement score, hopefully a band 9. Next, coherence and cohesion. So this rubric area is all about these two questions. Does the logic in your essay make sense? Is it easy to understand? And does the essay contain a variety of linking words and phrases to connect ideas logically? Now, the main lesson for this area is going to be lesson 2. And in that lesson, we'll talk about organizing your paragraphs in a logical way. However, organizing the essay overall also affects your coherence and cohesion. So lesson 1 and lesson 2 is really focused on this area, coherence and cohesion. The next category is lexical resource. And lexical basically means vocabulary. Is the vocabulary in the essay used correctly and naturally? And second, does the essay contain appropriate use of a variety of academic vocabulary? Now, I write here academic vocabulary just to indicate that the vocabulary you use should be appropriate for essay writing. There are some words and phrases that we use when we're speaking that would not be appropriate in your essay. And you will lose points if you use that inappropriate vocabulary. However, when we're talking about a variety, it does not need to be very textbook style English. We're just looking for enough vocabulary so that you can discuss the topic, discuss the issue broadly, completely. Okay, so studying from vocabulary lists, sometimes not the best option. Instead, as you're writing, think about the words that you want to use. If you don't know those words, look them up, write them down, and study them. Okay, don't study from a vocabulary list. Use your own practice to guide which vocabulary you need to learn. Next, grammatical range and accuracy. So, is the grammar in the essay used accurately and naturally? And does the essay contain a variety of simple and complex grammatical features? And again, the goal here is to have enough vocabulary so that you can discuss the issue in a complex and complete way. So don't try to use really high-level grammar unless you need it for the essay. Again, let your practice guide you in terms of what kind of grammar you need to study.